Hello everybody, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. I hope you like the on tour series that we did at Apocalypse and Devil's Backbone. Guys, I know there's a lot of background noise on those videos, but it is what it is. Not a lot of times craft beer scene's picking up and it's fairly popular, so by the time I get to where we're going, the one we did over at Sunken City, that brewery is so new, and we got there real early, so there wasn't a whole lot of background noise for those beer reviews. But both both the ones at Apocalypse and at Devil's Backbone, there were people there talking. So especially the one at Devil's Backbone, they had a big area there, and we got as far away from the noise as we could. But there at Apocalypse, everybody's right there on that deck, and it was crowded when we got there because we went to Devil's Backbone first and did those, and then rode the motorcycle down. So it was probably 3 o'clock, 2:30 before we got there, and it was quite crowded. So I apologize for all that background noise. Sometimes it's hard, and I try to talk a little louder on those videos when there's a lot of noise going on, but it is what it is. So I probably won't be doing too many more of them anytime soon, just because of all the background noise and people trying to talk and all that kind of stuff while I'm trying to do the beer reviews. So if I see the opportunity and it won't have quite as much noise if we go somewhere else, I might do another one, but that's going to do it for a while probably. So let's get on with this show on this one. This is Summer Love from Victory. It is called a Flavor of the Season Ale. Brewed by Victory, and they're out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania, guys. This is an American Blonde Ale coming in at 5.20 ABV on the scale. So it should be being called a summer beer and a blonde ale. This ought to be fairly light and easy drinking. So food pairings for this beer cuisine is Italian and Middle Eastern. Cheeses are peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, and the meat is fish. Glassware is pint Becker Stein. You could actually use the flute if you wanted to. Sidale. I just brought the standard old pint glass for this one, guys. So without further ado, this beer is not recommended for extended cellaring. So if you see it and you want to get it, go ahead and pick it up and drink it. I wouldn't try to put it away. And we'll check for a date on this one. It's got a lot of condensation on the bottle when I come back for the final chug. Wow, I can smell the hops from here, so this is fairly hop-forward beer. From what I can smell from this distance, it is definitely, though, a very light golden yellow, basically the macro color. The semi-aggressive pour there, I got us about a quarter finger of head, not quite a half an inch on there, and it'll probably dissipate pretty quickly, I would imagine. A lot of bubbles, fairly well carbonated. Let's get a nose on this one. Yeah, I get a herbal, floral hoppiness there. A little bit of pine, but I'm getting a little grassiness there too. It is a hop-forward beer, though. I'm definitely picking up the hops. Just a little bit of the grassiness going on there, guys. Well, it smells very sweet, too. Well, I'm about to drool on myself, so let's give it a hit. Cheers, everybody. Very easy, very light. Floral, citrusy, herbal hops. Very, very sessionable. Very nice. Nothing unpleasant about it, not getting any alcohol whatsoever. And I'm fairly thirsty too. It's my first beer of the day. I could probably suck this down here in a couple of minutes, but I'm going to take it back and let her get a taste of it. See what she thinks of it. Definitely has a bitter back end on it, similar to a hoppy beer would have. So I don't know what the IB uses on this. Let's see if it tells us. It does not. Now, the commercial description on this one. Brewed locally at Victory Brewery in Chester County, the Summer of Love Ale is a golden ale made with pale malts, German hops, so they're probably using some kind of size hops in this one, and Brandywine River water. This specific style of beer was chosen because it's a broad appeal and will be accessible for the casual beer drinker, but will still retain an exciting hop notes. And I'll agree with that. It definitely is a hoppy blonde ale, but it's not to the American hop standard with the piney grapefruit and all that kind of stuff that we do over here. This is more of the European style, but it has a nice citrusy, floral, herbal. I'm not getting any spiciness or anything out of it, but that may change as it warms up. It's 40 degrees right out of the fridge, and you know the deal. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit left, and it does have here real teeny tiny letters. Enjoyed by September 3rd, 2013. So it does have a date on it, but boy, I tell you what, you better have your glasses on, that's all I can tell you that. You can't see it with the condensation on there, and it's so faint in the bottle. I can't tell. It may be etched into the bottle. I can't, but it's so small. So small you can't hardly read it, especially from my old tired eyes. And I don't wear glasses, but I can see that once this condensation is gone off of it. Could not see it with the condensation on the bottom. I might have just a little bit more than a little bit. Maybe I ought to hit this thing one more time. Very nice, very sessional, very enjoyable beer. A little citrusy. This is in the European style of a beer with the German hops, but they've used the American malts in this, so it's rather tasty. It's what I would call a hoppy lawnmower beer, guys. So very easy drinking, very sessional, very light. For all the Bud Miller Coors drinkers, this has a little more taste and very similar to the line of beer that you're drinking. So if you that would be the only drawback of this. You're going to have to pay more for this beer than you are for one of those. And this is going to have a little more taste. So I doubt very seriously that you're going to be able to get a 6-pack of this for $3.99. So that's the only drawback of this. If you're wanting to get into something with a little more taste, this would be a good entry level to get off the macros. So let's do the final tub. Got a nice malt characteristics to it. A little bit on the bitterness on the back end. Not overwhelming or anything, but very tasty beer, guys. It's very enjoyable. One of the better summertime lawnmower beers, as I call these things. Alright guys, let's go to the ratings. I'm going to give it, I think it's pretty tasty. Got the date on the bottle. I'm going to give it to 8, which is an A-. It's that good. It's an A beer. It's definitely above average. And with the dating on there, even though it could be a little bit bigger written on there, it's on there. So they made the effort. So fairly tasty. And I'm a hophead, so I like a hoppy version of this, which is what this is. It ain't the American hops where it's super hoppy, but it is pretty hoppy. They probably dry hop this a little bit to get that much hoppiness in, using the German hops on this one. So, guys, let's see what Beer Advocate says. Beer Advocate says 85, which is in their very good range. So I agree with that. And Rate Beer says it's 91 overall and 99 in the style. So impressive marks there. So they're agreeing in the style. They're saying it's almost a 100. So for a blonde ale and a hop forward blonde ale like that, you got really good marks. And being a 91, I'm down with that. That's about where I'm at on it. So, and it's not my style. I don't drink a lot of the blonde ales, but since it's hop forward, like I said, if you could get this at a really reasonable price, it's comparable to the macros, which is probably not going to be, because it costs a little more to brew this with better ingredients rather than the rice and corn and the other adjuncts the big boys are putting in there. So if you had this one, give me some comments back on this one. Rate, comment, subscribe, and let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See everybody then.